Welcome to Win Your Brand, the Power of Event Experience. I'm Samara Beth, and I'm thrilled to share with you the transformative power of creating extraordinary branded experiences. This isn't just another webinar, it's a transformation session where we'll unlock the power of events to elevate your brand, increase your revenue, and create unforgettable experiences. This is for you if you are an entrepreneur, business owner, coach, speaker, author, or inspiring retreat or event planner who wants to scale your brand, increase revenue, and create powerful, unforgettable event experiences that build loyalty and engagement. This is for you if you don't feel as legitimate as people who are. Like, you're getting this imposter syndrome feeling. Maybe you have better branding and live experiences, and they seem to have this cult-like following, and you don't. You don't even know who you are and what you're supposed to be, but you know your training and your coaching is just as good as theirs, right? Or maybe this is for you if you get people on a sales call and you find out, wow, they just spent $20,000 or $30,000 with this other coach, and you're only charging $500 or $3,000. And you're wondering, how do they possibly make that much money? This is for you if you're even coming across people and they're charging $1,500 or $3,000 or whatever it may be, and people are iffy. You're like, what? How are they doing this? Maybe you've tried old methods that no longer work. Listen, when your format is multisensory and storytelling, you're giving more value and less marketing and selling. So how do you incorporate these to host amazing events that will be attended with loyal followers? This is why everyone who does these other things are failing at events, and they lost the element of emotion and connection. So it's really important that you integrate that. Here are some of the old methods that no longer work. Standard conferences and seminars with no emotional connection leading to disengaged attendees. We have all been to those events that are highly hyped events with huge promises, maybe a bait and switch after a small amount of golden gems with action steps to implement. They are dry. They are rushed. There's no networking opportunities due to tight schedules. And guess what? How about the pitch? Pay more for this, pay more for that. You don't actually get what you think you're getting. So that's one of them. Basic networking events that fail to create lasting impact. That doesn't work either. Those 30-minute cocktail hours for quote-unquote networking, but it becomes a sales room. And then you go to lunch at a venue and return back within an hour, missing the beginning of the next session because when 1,000 people are going to lunch at a hotel and there's thousands of other guests from other conferences doing the same, long lines and no time for networking. And then you got to pay extra for the VIP upgrades, which are available to help reduce that, which I think is great. And it lets people buy into that lunch or dinner is a great way around it. But sometimes those prices are so inflated. How about marketing focused launches that don't offer interactive experiences? Can we say yawn? Not memorable and boring at all. It's just learn. You're being talked at and sell. You're being sold at. You leave thinking you just went to something you just got sold at. How about number 4, relying solely on digital marketing without in-person engagement, leading to weak brand loyalty? This is a method that you really don't want to do. You really want to do all your marketing to target different audiences. For example, making calls, SMS, text messaging, email marketing, announce at live networking and business events, digital business card links, and all different kinds of ways that you can get everybody into your event. Number 5 is another method that doesn't work anymore is the do-it-yourself event planning without a strategic revenue module. This causes financial loss or missed opportunities. This is kind of a case where you get what you pay for, especially if you don't have to have a plan to monetize, and you want to know up front what fees you need to buffer in. And when someone's an experienced event or retreat planner, they know what those things are. So stressing over event planning on site because you assume the venue or the caterer or the vendors will show up and know where to go and what to do and expect that they actually read your paperwork, No, that doesn't happen. So let me tell you that they're looking at it when they get there, and then they're going to ask you a million questions. And a lot of times, the person that you're speaking to is not the person showing up. So definitely avoid the do it yourself event planning and running the show on your own. So, do you want to create high impact revenue generating brand experiences that captivate your audience, increase authority, and convert attendees to loyal customers? Do you want to elevate your brand, increase revenue, and create experiences that deeply connect with your audience? Do you want to be seen as the leader in your industry, the go to person with high ticket clients and partnerships flowing to you effortlessly? Maybe you have some fears. You're not alone. Maybe you fear hosting events that fail to convert and waste time and money. Maybe you fear low attendance or engagement, leading to a damaged brand reputation. Maybe you fear being seen as just another business owner instead of an industry leader. Maybe you fear losing opportunities to competitors who create better brand experiences. Maybe you fear not knowing how to monetize events effectively. Are you tired of trying to figure it all out alone and want a proven system that works? Here's why most events fail. I hope you're writing this down. The problem is most events fail because they focus too much on marketing instead of experience, selling from stage instead of storytelling, logistics instead of emotional connection. Now, how do you make yours unforgettable? The events that sell out over and over, again, like Tony Robbins' massive stadium events, succeed because they create a multisensory, story-driven experience. And they also know how to wake them up, jumping up and down and dancing. But this keeps attendees coming back, turns attendees into loyal brand advocates, and grows organically as people bring their friends because it's a referral system and affiliate system. The solution is to design events that don't just attract attendees once, but keep them engaged, excited, and eager to return and refer their friends. That's what you're going to learn today, how to create unforgettable revenue-generating experiences that scale effortlessly and help you grow your business. So why does the WIN framework work? And why do the old methods don't? Unlike traditional event planning, the WIN framework isn't just about logistics, it's about psychology. It turns attendees into buyers because they'll feel connected to your brand, but also to you. And it creates a multisensory experience, making your message unforgettable. It leverages networking strategically, so attendees leave feeling like they need to work with you. And it increases event revenue, which is helpful because that's going to come in through your high-ticket conversions, upsells, and strategic partnerships, so you'll make money. Oh, meet me, Samara. I am a reinvention maverick, married to the Navy, oil and gas for 22 years. You know what that means. That's right, moving a whole hell of a lot, constantly packing and unpacking our lives, creating a village for our family, moving or starting my business over, rinse and repeat. You would think that I'd be a pro by now. Can't install packing tape without it sticking to the dispenser. So I'm standing, overwhelmed, surrounded by boxes in another new home, my 30th home, 13th city, single mom, asking myself in tears, how am I going to restart again? And then I remembered I'm resilient like bamboo, one of nature's strongest materials, bending without breaking in life's storms. I spent 30 years creating award-winning events, and then I realized it's not about the event, it's about the experience, staging the experience, how you make them feel. After closing my 12-year-old company in 2020, like many of you, I didn't want to stay virtual. I'm a hugger. But in time, I embraced the power of both virtual and in-person stages. If I gave up, I would have missed meeting you, right? And that's why I created the WIN pillars. Willpower to keep going when you want to give up, innovation to think creatively, networking to build powerful communities in person and virtually. I'm Samara Beth, and when you rise and take frickin' action, you win. Willpower, innovation, networking. Find your stage, find your event, and if you can't find it, Create it. That's my challenge to you. That bamboo in you stands strong so you can win. Let's go. Now I invite you to close your eyes. Picture yourself walking into a space that instantly captivates you. A place where every detail resonates with your values and aspirations. Keep those eyes closed. Envision hosting packed out, unforgettable events where attendees are engaged, loyal, and eager to buy. You want to be seen as leaders in your industry with high-ticket clients and partnerships flowing effortlessly. Imagine in as little as 6 months from now that you've raised your prices 5 to 10-fold and you've got people eagerly signing up without objection for your program. Imagine in as little as 6 to 12 months from now, you're walking on stage at your own event to a packed room of people excited to be there to learn from you. Imagine in as little as 6 to 12 months from now, you've got other industry leaders and big names contacting you, asking to see how they can get on your stage. That's the magic of a branded experience. And today I'll show you a glimpse on how we create that magic. It's about more than events. It's more than stages. It's more than connections. It's about transformation. As we move through this session, you can open your eyes. You'll notice prompts to take action. This is where the magic happens. When you roll up your sleeves and apply what you learn, here's how we're going to roll today. I encourage you to stay engaged and let me know if you have any questions. Take notes. There's going to be some game-changing insights you won't want to forget. And stick around. I have a special bonus for those who stay all the way till the end, and it's a tool that will help you immediately implement what you learned today. Does that sound good? Amazing. Let's dive. Now that your eyes are open and you're more aware, that's what we're going to go through in just a moment here. But if you have to drop off early or something, maybe you need a quick answer or the phone rings and you want to know if this is going to work for you or not. Based on your specific situation, we want you to click on the button because we want you to book a quick 15-minute call with us, strategy win call. That way we can look at your specific situation and give you a quick answer. Everyone's at a different point in their career or entrepreneurial journey. This is an evaluation call where we can look at your current audience size, evaluate your offer, your niche, your price points, and we can put your program together once you add events to it and see where we need to go from there. You might be at a different place in your business, and we need to see if this makes sense for you or if you need to move on to a different stage. So you simply click on the button to book a 15-minute win strategy call with me. And it is with me, not a salesperson. You're going to talk to me. And I want to make sure that you have everything that you need. So why does this matter? Because your business and your life deserves more than ordinary. My why started with a desire to create a legacy for my family on vacation that became business trips while empowering others. Think about your why. Let it guide you as we embark on this journey together. Here's an example of how this works. One client transformed their struggling business into a thriving brand by simply realigning their event strategy with their core values. That's the power of intentional branding. The Brand Experience Blueprint is a step-by-step program designed to help CEOs, retreat event planners, entrepreneurs, meeting planners transform their events into high-impact, revenue-generating experiences, or just fill their goals, whatever that might be. Through 7 in-depth pre-recorded modules, handouts, and a bonus, you'll learn proven strategies to captivate audiences, drive engagement, and elevate your brand. We also have group coaching once a month for those who want to be part of learning with one another, as well as a community group where you can engage and connect with one another as well. Every journey has a why, and this is mine. I believe in the power of transformation, not just for businesses, but for people. My why started as a desire to create a life that wasn't just about survival, but thrival, about building something meaningful for my family, my clients, and the communities that I serve. When I think of my why, I see the faces of those who attended my events and walked away feeling empowered, inspired, excited, motivated, and ready to take action or book their event. I think of my kids who've watched me overcome challenges and build a life that I'm proud of. Now I want you to think about your why. What drives you? What impact do you want to create in the world? As you reflect on this, imagine the possibilities when your vision becomes reality. Together, we'll unlock those possibilities today. You can scale your brand, increase revenue, and create unforgettable brand experiences by using the WIN framework. That's what we're going to go through in the moment. And if you have to drop off early, just know that you can click on the button at any time to book a quick call to evaluate. But I really would love for you to stay to the end to get the bonuses, but also the information. You're going to learn a lot today. Booking that winning strategy call will help us see how we can strategize your next steps. And we have several coaching options, courses, workbooks, handouts, and more. We want to make sure that you're guided in the right direction at the right starting point because everyone's different. There are different points in their business. Now let's get right to the point. Why are you here? The reason for this webinar exists is simple. Too many people are running events that are draining, ineffective, or forgettable. Whether you're a coach, speaker, entrepreneur, or business owner, you need events that don't just happen. They need to work for you. They should elevate your brand, expand your influence, and most importantly, drive real revenue or serve your purpose. It may not be revenue. That's where the WIN pillars come in. In today's session, I'm going to walk you through a proven blueprint that ensures your events are more than just gatherings. They become transformational experiences that build trust, attract your ideal audience, and generate income. By the end of this webinar, you'll have a clear, actionable roadmap to creating events that leave a lasting impact and, most importantly, help you scale. Sound good? Great, let's go. Here's my example of my bag hag. I want to take a moment to share something big with you. Bag hag is our big, hairy, audacious goal, or as I like to call it, our mission with muscle. In the next 10 years, we're set to empower 10 million people to confidently create an impactful brand with memorable events and retreats, no matter the challenges they face. And we're doing this using the proven strategies, products, and services we've developed and the partnerships and communities that we are in. Why? Because I believe that every brand has the potential to create powerful, unforgettable experiences that don't just attract people, but transform them. Whether you're a coach, a speaker, an entrepreneur, an event planner, your message and your event should work for you, not against you. This isn't about putting on great events, parties. It's about creating movements, building legacies, and scaling impact. And today you're stepping into this journey with us. So if you're ready to be part of this mission to create events and retreats that truly move people and elevate your brand, let's get started. Valuable final product. This isn't just about running events. It's about transformation. The end result of everything we teach, coach, and deliver is called the valuable final product. For example, at SmartBeth & Company, we create highly trained, confident, motivated, resilient, and successful businesses. Businesses that are crystal clear on their brands and know exactly how to leverage revenue. And they're leveraging these events and retreats and impactful experiences to gain that revenue. Because when you have clarity, confidence, and the right strategy, your events don't just fill seats. They create movements, drive income, and position you as the industry leader. That's what we're building here. That's what you're about to step into. Let's go if you're ready. Before we dive into each pillar, I want you to hear a quick story because nothing proves the power of WIN like real success stories. This is Christina, and she said, this is actually just a small smidgen of her very long email. I'm so grateful. Samara instilled in me a sense of resilience that I carry with me every day. She taught me that failure is not the end, but just a stepping stone to something greater. Her guidance helped me not only build my business, but also develop the mental and emotional strength to handle the challenges that come with it. And perhaps most importantly, she taught me to trust my intuition, to trust that I have the power to create the life I want. And guess what? She's well on her way. The results do speak for themselves. Since implementing the WIN framework, here are results that you can see. Doubled and tripled your revenue, filled the rooms with the right audience, ready to buy, created events that people can't stop talking about, positioned themselves as industry leaders overnight. Do you want to be like Russell Brunson, where he has hundreds or thousands of people running to him at the back of the room at a table, throwing their credit cards at him? You can be that person. WIN isn't just a concept, it's a proven framework that transforms the way you create events, retreats, and experiences. Remember all these other ways of doing events, right? There are these boring seminars, masterminds, conferences, and massive conventions. Well, speaking of Russell Brunson, here's an example. ClickFunnels, as famous as that is Russell Brunson's program, and they're having their last events this year, and so is GrowthCon, 10x GrowthCon, and 10x Stages, Grant Cardone and Pete Vargas. As a 10x certified business coach that I am and a licensee, I actually can get you tickets for any events. But so that's why I'm telling you, I know the inside scoop because I'm actually part and train daily with the executive and the sales team over at Cardone Enterprises. So we work with Pete Vargas and Grant Cardone and all of the other people that work within that company. It's amazing. So if you ever want tickets or books or anything like that, that's Grant Cardone related, 10X Kids, Cardone Ventures, Cardone Enterprises, anything Cardone, let me know. And you can always text or email me and I can get you those links. Now let's talk about the foundation of everything that we do and win. It stands for willpower, which is the mindset and strategy to push through obstacles and execute powerful events, or resilience, keep going, never give up. Innovation is your creativity, thinking extraordinary, how to design immersive, engaging experiences that captivate your audience. Networking, building connections, a community around you. The key to expanding your influence, building relationships, and maximizing event success. And that is organic. It takes time. When these three pillars come together, you create events that don't just happen, they leave a lasting impact. They strengthen your brand, increase your revenue, and position you as the go-to expert in your space. In the next few slides, I'm going to break each one down and show you exactly how to apply them to your brand experience blueprint. Let's start with willpower, because without the right mindset and strategy, quite frankly, nothing else is going to work. Now it's time for you to do the work. Let's make this real for you. Make sure you grab a notebook, open your notes app, whatever works for you, and take a moment to reflect. Number 1, please write down one instance when you needed to be resilient, a time when things didn't go as planned, but you pushed through. Number 2, write down one creative way you could be more innovative with your brand. Think outside the box. How can you stand out? Number 3, write down 3 networking or social groups you're a part of. These are potential collaborators, clients, and partners. Are you leveraging them? Take a minute to jot these down, and if you feel comfortable, you can always share them with me. The more you engage, the more you get out of these sessions anyways. So for number 1, just to repeat, it was writing down an instance when you needed to be resilient. Number 2 is writing down a creative way you could be more innovative with your brand. Maybe something that you dreamed about, but you never did. Number 3 is writing down 3 networking or social groups that you're a part of. Clarity without action gets you nowhere. You've just reflected on your resilience, creativity, and network. Now it's time to put them to work. The success in branding, events, and business isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about creating momentum. Here's what I want you to do next. Pick one thing from what you just wrote down and commit to taking action on it this week. You can just circle it or check it. Maybe it's reaching out to a connection in your network. Maybe it's testing an innovative idea for your brand. Maybe it's embracing resilience in a challenge you're currently facing. Whatever it is, action beats intention every time. Are you in? Great. Because the win mindset isn't just about learning, it's about doing. And those who take action are the ones who truly see results. So show me that you're going to. Remember those old methods that no longer work that we went through? Events have become too much of a sales mechanism, selling from stage, pitch, desperation, no connection. They're selling you a product you either do not need, does not work, or no accountability and opportunities to ask questions. They always say, oh, just put it in the chat, and there's no actual communication with the head coach. And sometimes you're getting people that you didn't sign up with that work for that coach, right? So again, when you book a 15-minute win strategy call with me to determine what your next step would be, whether registering for one of our courses, working with us, one-on-one coaching, producing the events for you, or just banking some free ideas off me, I am known to brainstorm, but the reality is I am happy to give you those free ideas. I'm happy to help you with your strategy in the 15-minute call. But I will tell you that you will benefit from being in the group or one-on-one coaching much more, but that's a decision for you to make for sure. Willpower is the inner strength to commit to your vision and overcome obstacles. For example, one of my clients faced a last-minute event cancellation of her caterer. Through sheer determination and my global contacts, we restructured the plan, resulting in a wildly successful pivot, which was actually better than it would have been, like way better. And that caterer felt so bad about what happened to her that they went above and beyond too. Because that's what my creative partners do. They go above and beyond for my clients. Here's a roadmap for willpower. Develop inner strength to overcome challenges, build resilience by committing to your vision, and leverage tools to stay motivated even in tough times. Simply put, the definition of willpower is the mental and emotional strength needed to take consistent action. I know it's hard. The purpose is it keeps you focused on long-term goals even when obstacles arise. And guess what? They will. Willpower is the ability to hold your vision steady regardless of the storm. This is the progression of your journey with Samara Beth & Co. I'm very transparent. You kind of start here with the Win Your Brand webinar, what we're doing today, and then you're going to gain insights with the WIN framework, learn to create extraordinary brand experiences, and then you go into the brand experience blueprint where you dive deeper into the strategies of WIN and exclusive tools and frameworks for event success. We also have our Ultimate Retreat Workbook available on Amazon, or you can get it as an e-download. And it's a comprehensive guide to planning impactful retreats with bonus templates and checklists. And then the Paid to Vacation Retreat Revenue Masterclass is where you'll discover the TRIPS blueprint to monetize retreats. You'll master advanced strategies to increase revenue and enjoy free vacations at the same time. And for fun, we have the Ultimate Bucket List Planner, which is a comprehensive planner to planning your bucket list dreams. Bonus templates, checklists, and journal are all in there. But the most important part is building the connections. The community of retreat and event planners, coaches, executives, meeting planners as well, people within all my networks and industries coming together and collaborating with like-minded professionals, partnering on projects, and even exploring travel opportunities, which is really where the fun begins. So the question to you is, are you ready to transform? Do you want to join the movement today? Because the movement is going to go fast. Here's my story of willpower. This might have you thinking of yours. Here's one of my stories of willpower and resilience, I should say one of them, regarding having to move frequently and start over with my businesses or work for other companies. Sound like you? My husband of 22 years was a submarine officer in the Navy, and then he was an oil gas construction expat. We moved every 3 months to 1 year to 3 years to new states and even countries or new cities within. While raising a son with autism, losing his son to giant omphalocele, and our daughter had many health challenges growing up when she was young. I look back and I think, how the heck did I get through all of this while running my business, Celebrations by Samara, or Pampered Chef, whatever it may have been at the time, and my husband at the time was always traveling out of state, out of country, or he was even on a submarine without communication for months. I was moving businesses, starting over, or working for others, and sometimes I was working 3 different jobs, along with my Pampered Chef or events businesses until they took off. I have no idea how I did it, but I did. I was resilient. I had willpower to keep going. As you just heard in my story, I've had to start over more times than I can count. New cities, new networks, new businesses. But through it all, one thing remained constant: my willpower to keep going, to rebuild, to rise stronger every single time. That same willpower is what separates brands that thrive from those that fade. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about bouncing forward. Every setback, every challenge, every unexpected change is an opportunity to reinvent, refine, and reinforce your brand. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Your brand's success is not about avoiding obstacles. It's about overcoming them. There will be moments when things don't go as planned. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is their ability to adapt, stay focused, and keep pushing forward. Your audience, your clients, your brand partners are going to trust you more when they see that you don't quit. Willpower is the foundation of a brand that lasts. If you believe in what you're building, you'll find the strength to push through. And you're going to have to pivot when necessary and stay committed to your vision. We all saw what that looks like during the pandemic. So ask yourself, where do you need more willpower in your brand right now? Let's reinforce it together. It's one thing to talk about resilience and willpower, but let's talk about what happens when you actually apply it. I've seen firsthand how unwavering willpower transforms businesses, and I'm not the only one. This is Nathan. Nathan's case study for me is the power of resilience in business. He said, when I first started integrating AI and automation into my business, I faced resistance, from my own doubts to market skepticism. There were moments when things didn't work as planned, when strategies failed, and when it felt easier to quit. But I kept showing up, adjusting, refining, and trusting the process. Fast forward, and that persistence paid off. Not only have I successfully streamlined my operations, saved countless hours, and scaled my business, I've also helped countless entrepreneurs do the same, turning their overwhelm into structured, scalable success. This is proof that when you refuse to give up, when you keep showing up, and even when things are hard, your brand becomes unstoppable. And here's what's even more powerful. Your audience, your clients, and your community, they're watching you. They don't just buy from brands, they buy from people they trust. And trust is built through consistency and resilience. So let me ask you, what story is your brand telling right now? Are you showing up as a brand that perseveres, adapts, and thrives? Or are you letting challenges hold you back? And just know they are watching. People you haven't talked to or seen in years. If you're on social media, they're watching. Are you committed to showing up with willpower no matter what? The purpose of Willpower Reinforced is to solidify the mindset that resilience and determination are non-negotiables. They're non-negotiables for long-term success in branding, business, and event creation. It's going to serve to reinforce the importance of resilience. Your audience needs to understand that setbacks are inevitable. Willpower determines whether they grow or give up. They're also going to strengthen commitment to brand and vision. It reminds them that your success is built on ability to push forward even when things get tough. You're going to build emotional connection with your audience. By sharing your personal story and encouraging self-reflection, it makes the lesson relatable and inspiring, increasing engagement, and they're getting to know you better. And there might be some common ground that you guys are going to have. And you might have that relationship where you're talking personal and business at the same time. You need to encourage action, as I do. Where do you need more willpower in your brand? It shifts from passive listening to actively applying the lesson. So resilience and determination, once again, are, that's right, non-negotiables. Here's a quote from Winston Churchill that perfectly embodies the spirit of willpower and resilience that we're talking about today. In business, branding, and life, success isn't about never facing challenges or setbacks. It's about the courage to keep moving forward, to innovate, and to rebuild. Let this be your reminder. Every challenge is an opportunity to show your strength and reinforce your brand's story. Your audience is looking to you for that courage, and you have everything it takes to deliver. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Think about it. Where have you needed resilience in your life? Write it down. Let's dive into the second pillar of WIN, innovation. Innovation is all about thinking differently and creating experiences. It's about looking at what everyone else is doing, how you can stand out, doing something completely unique to captivate your audience. Just be careful. I mean, we learned in PR that there's no such thing as bad PR, but there is bad PR out there, and it can hurt you lose a audience, but you might gain another one at the same time. You never know. Look at how it works with politicians and celebrities. Let me walk you through the innovation roadmap, a simple but powerful 3-step guide to bringing creativity and originality to your brand experiences. You ready? Number 1, think creatively to solve problems. Innovation begins with mindset. Every challenge is an opportunity to think differently. Instead of seeing roadblocks, ask yourself, what's a fresh way to tackle this? Creativity is the first step to innovation. Number 2, introduce unique elements to your brand experiences. Memorable brands don't just meet expectations, they exceed them. Surprise and delight your audience by adding something unexpected. Whether it's interactive technology, powerful storytelling, or engaging all 5 senses, these elements make your events truly unforgettable. Number 3, stay ahead of industry trends by embracing innovation. To stay relevant, you have to evolve. Pay attention to trends, not just in your industry, but across all industries. Test new ideas, adapt quickly, and position yourself as a leader. Innovation isn't about being reactive, it's about being proactive. And some things you just gotta let go. When you follow this roadmap, you don't just create events, you create experiences that people will never forget. The definition of innovation is applying fresh ideas to enhance experiences and solve challenges. It doesn't mean technology only. It differentiates your brand and captivates your audience. That's what its purpose is. Innovation turns ordinary into extraordinary by reimagining what's possible. For example, a meeting integrated video trivia game show I used to gamify and immerse participants in a fun learning environment, leading to 90% higher engagement and team building. Plus, it was an added bonus of laughing, dancing, movement, memory, and icebreaker. So much fun. Everybody had fun. So, how does this impact you? Here's another example. One of my clients was struggling to engage your audience during events. Traditional methods weren't cutting it, and their attendees were losing interest, so we introduced interactive elements with augmented reality. Suddenly, their event wasn't just another gathering. It became an immersive experience that had people talking for weeks. That single shift revolutionized their approach, drove higher engagement, and left their audience eager for more. And they went home and told their families all about it. Innovation is the difference between forgettable and being unforgettable. And just keep in mind that they did the integration here, but they also did take off the VR systems and network and talk about what they saw and the exciting experiences. So it is about interacting and engaging with the people, but also using augmented reality or whatever you can that has something cool and different. So what's one way you can innovate with your brand or events to make them stand out? You can write this down. Think bold, think fresh, and think different. And go ahead and write it down so you have it. Let me walk you through Innovation Roadmap. It's a simple but powerful 3-step guide to bringing creativity and originality to your brand experiences. Number 1, think creatively to solve problems. Innovation begins with mindset. Every challenge is an opportunity to think differently. Instead of seeing roadblocks, ask yourself, what's a fresh way to tackle this? Creativity is the first step to innovation. Number 2, introduce unique elements to your brand experiences. Memorable brands don't just meet expectations, they exceed them. You're going to surprise and delight your audience by adding something unexpected, whether it's interactive technology, powerful storytelling, or engaging all 5 senses. These elements make your events truly unforgettable. Number 3, stay ahead of industry trends by embracing innovation. Don't run from AI. Use it. Stay relevant. You have to evolve. Pay attention to trends, not just in your industry, but across all industries. Test new ideas, adapt quickly, and position yourself as a leader. Innovation isn't about being reactive. It's about being proactive. When you follow this roadmap, you don't just create events, you create experiences that people will never forget. Be that leader. So innovation is powerful because it drives engagement and leaves a lasting impression. And one example that really stands out is Johnson & Johnson's pharmaceutical approach at the CES Las Vegas that I worked on. It's the Consumer Electronics Show. It's to attract both customers and VIPs on the trade show floor, which is massive, and also private events where we rented out spaces. We created an immersive interactive experience that showcased their cutting-edge healthcare technologies. Their event wasn't just a static presentation. It was a dynamic hands-on experience where attendees could engage directly with their products and innovations. By incorporating these interactive elements, plus the J&J brand in red and white colors, which is their brand colors, J&J didn't just demonstrate their products. We created an emotional connection with our audience, and the result was increased buzz, stronger relationships with VIPs, and a deeper brand impact. And the board of directors loved it too. And this is the power of innovation. When you think differently and execute creatively, you don't just attract people, you move them. So what's one innovative way that you could create a similar level of impact with your events or brand experiences? Think about it. Write it down. Innovation isn't just about being different. It's about staying relevant, standing out, connecting with our audience in ways that didn't even expect, and they're never going to forget it. The purpose of innovation, it's to solve problems creatively so your brand stays adaptable. It's to engage your audience deeply with experiences that captivate and inspire. It's to differentiate your brand in a crowded marketplace. When you innovate, you create opportunities. These are opportunities for growth, connection, and lasting impact. Innovation keeps your brand alive, fresh, and impactful. Innovation doesn't always have to mean using the latest technology, like I said. It's about creating fresh, engaging, memorable experiences that resonate with your audience. Here's some innovative ideas that you can implement, and I'm going to say them very quickly. This is the kind of stuff that we go into during the courses and group sessions to keep in mind. Number 1 is interactive storytelling. Number 2, themed experiences, sensory engagement, exclusive access. Number 5, community building activities, pop-up experiences, gamification, artistic collaborations, philanthropic tie-ins. I always do that. And number 10 is hybrid formats. That's 10 things that you could use in innovation. So why now? What did Steve Jobs say about it? Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Any questions? He did pretty well. Are you ready to transform and join this movement today? We have a community for those who join our Brand Experience Blueprint and Retreat Revenue Masterclass courses, along with group or one-on-one coaching options. There's so many options out there. You could either do the self-guided, you could do it with us, or you could do it on your own, do it with us, or you can have us do it for you. Now we're on to networking. Networking is the art of creating connections. I've seen firsthand how strategic partnerships turn events into powerful platforms for growth. For instance, leveraging a VIP network helped one of my clients double their event attendance. And even us retreat and event planners and meeting planners, we all network with each other. Build nature and meaningful relationships. These are your 3 things for your roadmap, by the way, for networking. So number 1 is build and nurture meaningful relationships, leverage connections to amplify your impact, and create opportunities for collaboration and growth. You do those 3 things, you're good. The definition of networking is building authentic relationships that create mutual value, meaning it needs to be something for them and you. The purpose is it opens doors to opportunities and enhances the impact of your brand. And quite frankly, I always say this, you never know what a connection is going to lead to today, tomorrow, or 10 years from now. Networking is simply about who you know, but it's also who knows you. Grant Cardone always says, yes, it's about who you know, we learned that, but it's really who knows you. But most importantly, is it who knows you or is it who trusts you? It's trust. A strategic partnership helped a client double event attendance and secure valuable sponsorships, and that gained to that trust. That's what led there. So there's actually 4 steps here to networking. It's really quite simple, but it's important. It's important to do them in this order too. So this is how you create powerful networking. Number 1 is clarify your goals, and we'll go through examples on how I did this. Number 2 is show up strategically. Number 3 is add value first. And number 4, follow up consistently. You might be thinking, there is so no way that this works for 100% of the people. And to be honest, when I first started testing it out, I was skeptical too. Or you might even be thinking, this might sound great for people with established businesses, but I'm new and just starting. Here's an example, a personal one. And yes, this is me. So when I owned Celebrations by Samara in Houston, and then ended up moving it to Canada and then Scottsdale. So that's how I ran it for 12 years. But in Houston, I was there for 8.5 years. And here's how I clarified my goals. I wanted to be on covers of magazines, win awards, chair events on stage, have a team working in my office, and really build a serious business and brand, be taken seriously. So in order to do that, first, I showed up strategically. I was the new girl in town. I showed up strategically. I chaired school fundraising events. I was a room mom. I volunteered at industry organizations. I wanted to build a successful business while still raising my kids and dropping them off and picking them up from school and being part of their lives. So the way to do it was to add value where I currently was, chairing events, volunteering. I taught my entertaining etiquette and etiquette courses for organizations, after-school academies, camps. I took interns in, and I was a special guest at universities for public relations and hospitality classes at University of Houston. I followed up consistently. I was at trade shows, and then they would fill out a slip for a raffle, and I'd follow up immediately. And clients were in front of me all the time. So I was kind of blessed because I was following up with them and having meetings, presenting and going through my proposals. And sometimes it mixed with my personal life because a lot of my clients, since I was planning social events, were actually parents at the schools that my kids went to. So it was a little bit of a intertwined business, but that's why I did what I did. It was easier that way. So here's another example. Julie here. Her case studies, the power of networking in event and retreat planning. Julie was a client in the retreat industry struggling to fill her high-ticket event despite having a great program. Does that sound like you? Yeah, I bet. By implementing strategic networking, we transformed her approach and saw game-changing results. We leveraged existing relationships to secure influential partners who promoted the retreat. We connected with the right audiences through targeted collaborations, increasing attendance by 75%. And we built long-term partnerships leading to multiple six-figure retreat opportunities. This proves that networking is not just about meeting people. It's about creating the right relationships that open doors, drive revenue, make events unforgettable. Have some fun in your life, guys. That's what this is about. You want to create powerful networking. You want people to remember you. You want to have a good personality. You want to clarify your goals, define your purpose of networking, write down your goals, write down your targets every day, build connections, find partners, expand influence. You want to show up strategically, be present at the right events. Don't just go to any event or networking event or happy hour. You got to be intentional, engage in meaningful conversations, and have a clear value proposition. But add value first. Offer support, resources, insights before asking for anything in return. Follow up consistently. Maintain relationships by following up, providing ongoing value, and staying connected. Listen, as a 10X certified business coach at Grant Cardone, I integrate what I learned from the Master of Sales in my business to help my clients. You're literally getting coached by a billionaire, even though I'm not there yet myself. So this is really the best place for most to be. The purpose of networking is to build authentic relationships that create mutual value. It serves multiple key functions in both personal and professional growth. So write these down. It's going to include expanding opportunities, building trust and credibility, access to knowledge and resources, increasing visibility and influence, mutual support and growth, enhancing business development, and there's just those 6. So in short, networking is about who you know, who knows you, and most importantly, who trusts you. Just reinforcing that. When it's done right, it's one of the most powerful tools for success in any field. And we expand on this in all of our courses since it's crucial to what we do. And also know that we will have more slides and handouts and printouts so you're not, vigorously taking notes all the time. So Napoleon Hill, one of my favorite people. So he was the creator of the Mastermind. He was author of Think and Grow Rich and started the Napoleon Hill Foundation. So why not? Because your network is your net worth, and there's no way you haven't heard someone say that recently, especially if you're a coach. So here's a call to action. Write down 3 organization meetings or events that you're going to register for or attend to network in person or virtually this month. Is it BNI? Is it the local community center meetup? Is it a meetup through Facebook groups? Is it your apartment complex socials? Is it your neighborhood HOA events? There's so many things that you can do. It could be the Convention Visitors Bureau. It could be the Better Business Bureau. It could be, there's organizations everywhere. Experience blank, as in Experience Your City. It's everywhere. Just Google it. Here's some false beliefs for you. I need a massive budget to host a successful event. False. The right strategy doesn't require overspending. It actually requires smart execution and location. Another false belief. I can just host an event and people will come. Wah, wah, wah. Nope. Events must be strategically designed for engagement and conversation. Here's another one. Virtual events are just as good. Okay, so virtual events do serve their purpose, and I do them, but they miss the human connection, sensory engagement, and lasting impact of in-person experiences. So you want to be careful with that and of only doing that. Here's another one. I don't have a big enough audience. The right event structure attracts the perfect audience and builds authority. How about I'm not an event planner? You don't have to be. You need a framework that works step by step and an event planner coach with 30 years of experience. Yours truly. Okay, so we covered a lot today. I know. So we covered how willpower, innovation, and networking can transform your brand experiences. And here's some final thoughts. The WIN framework, willpower, innovation, and networking, it forms the foundation for creating extraordinary brand experiences. I want you to embrace each step and watch your impact grow exponentially. But this is just the beginning. The next step is to take action, to book that strategy call and map out your unique journey. And I'm going to leave you with this. There are many moments I doubted everything I did and who I was going to succeed with in my business. Every time I had a new business, whether I was moving it, I was new, or if I was starting a new one, I was new. But using the WIN framework, I turned setbacks into breakthroughs. And if I can do it as many times as I had to do it, plus having a lot of personal traumas and challenges, so can you. Let's create your success story together. The WIN framework, willpower, innovation, and networking, forms the foundation for creating extraordinary brand experiences. In fact, Becca Boston, who's an author, speaker, coach, and amazing, she said, Samara Beth's Paid to Vacation course, which is my retreat revenue masterclass, is one that is completely filled with an immense amount of knowledge of how to put on your own retreat or event. The opportunities that I received while applying the information Samara Beth taught was truly incredible. She's able to meet you where you are, always open to questions, and the office work hours are created to help provide additional spaces to put in the work. So I highly recommend investing, working with Samara Beth, taking it seriously, putting in the work, and you will see your dreams start to come to fruition. Thank you, Becca. Will you be the next story we can showcase in our next webinar? Your success starts with a clear roadmap. In just one session, we'll uncover your biggest opportunities and map out your path to creating high-impact revenue-generating events and retreats. And it may not mean that you're signing up for anything of mine, and that's okay too. We're building a community here, and I'm happy to talk to you. I'm excited to map up your steps in a one-on-one WIN strategy call. We do have to keep it to 15 minutes, and we do it as a call, whether it's through WhatsApp, or if we have to do it through LinkedIn, if you're global, or we do it through the phone. And that's because I have so many back-to-back calls and Zooms and trainings, and I network a lot. So to respect everyone's time, we do keep it to 15 minutes. You will receive free gifts when you sign up for your course, whether it's group or one-on-one coaching. You're always going to get gifts from me. I love that. I love giving. I know what it means to start over again and again. Listen. 13 cities, 30 homes, new faces, new places, new beginnings. Each time I had two choices, shrink or build. So I built. I built businesses, I built relationships, I built experiences that mattered. I learned resilience wasn't a buzzword, it was survival. I planned my first event with a baby in my belly and a toddler on my hip. I closed six-figure deals while folding laundry, and I built a brand while rebuilding me. Because life doesn't ask if you're ready. It doesn't wait until it's convenient. It doesn't care if you're scared, and neither does success. Success isn't handed out, it's created. Through strategy, through experience, through showing up. That's why I teach entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches how to help brands that don't just get seen, but get remembered. Your brand isn't a logo. It's the feeling you leave behind. It's all the senses. It's the experience that speaks before you do. It's what makes people lean in, listen, and never forget you. Here's one key moment that brought me to success using my process for each pillar. For willpower, I went from little bamboo to badass bamboo, resilience required. For innovation, what's new and hot? Use of AI. I'm learning it every day, and I attend meetings and events and industry organization events and teach them too. Networking. I'm out there all the time attending events in person and virtually and speaking on stages, which increases visibility, networks, and I also teach my students how to get on stages, whether they're local, their own, or creating a stage for them. So we also have digital business cards that go from Zap into our CRM systems back into our phone. So having that AI and all of that automation is helpful. It's not perfect. I'm still learning. I still make a ton of mistakes. And so will you, but that's okay. And you can learn from my mistakes and make less on your own. Obscurity. This is the most important thing. Grant Cardone will tell you that too. Everyone who sees me in town on social media or virtual meetings and events say, oh my God, Samara, I see you everywhere. And it's great. You're like everywhere. So ask yourself, are you unforgettable? Are you everywhere? If not, let's change that. We, as in Samara Beth & Co., are your key to high-impact revenue-generating events because we know how to start, grow, and scale. You are not just working with Samara Beth. You're benefiting from decades of knowledge, networks, and other coaches' teachings that help Samara Beth and company and also will help you. Book a strategy call where we can evaluate your business and see where you are and start putting together the plan for you to get from where you are in the first 5-figure month or whatever it may be. This is where we can just look at what you're doing, what's your current audience size, your offer, your niche, your price points, and evaluate, see where we need to go from there. It's as quick as possible, and you will be scaling your business in time. Your next big transformation starts now. Whether you're planning a brand event or simply want to elevate your strategy, I'm here to help. Step into your future with confidence. Clarity creates momentum. Book your one-on-one win strategy call to map out your steps and receive a free Ultimate Retreat Workbook digital download after you attend the call. Amazon version will be mailed to you when you sign up for the course, which includes office hours and group coaching as well with me. So let's build something the world will remember so we can determine the best starting point to help your business evolve.